Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new PTCGO video, and since my channel is dying, I thought I would do a special, unique type of video, which I think I'm going to turn into like a bit of a mini-series here on my channel, where I'm going to be looking at certain cards that are rotating. I'm going to be showing you guys different deck versions, different variants of that deck, of the Pokemon that is rotating, different ways that it was ran throughout its run in the standard format. Now, there are different ways Mega Ray was run, which is the DX today. So if you want to see this with any other Pokemon that are rotating, definitely leave a comment down below which Pokemon you want me to do next. There's some ideas I have are like Vespiquen I could do, Vileplume I could do, because I think there are some that I can't do. If I go here to the sets that are rotating, there's not like really all that much. I think Mega Ray was probably the best one that I could have done, but there are different EXs and stuff that we can definitely cover for decks that were changed. I mean, Mega Gardevoir I could maybe do, but again, some stuff could be different, like Mega Rayquaza Bronzong was something that I wanted to cover, but again, that's an expanded format version of the deck, so that deck doesn't work, but I still included Metal Rayquaza because it still fits it. But if you want to see this with any other Pokemon card that is going to be rotating for 2017, definitely leave a comment down below which one you want to see next. Again, I don't know which ones I could do other than like Vespiquen and maybe Vileplume could be used. There's a lot of different EXs and stuff that are rotating. It's just kind of hard to choose which one would be the best. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely stick it to Giratina too. But this series basically is going to go, I'm going to be showing you guys the decks that were used for this Pokemon. I have updated a few of them to be more standard now, like I've added Lele and stuff like that to some of these Mega Ray lists, because, I mean, I'm not going to play the deck and just have it be like, you know, a deck that's been outdated, and like there's outdated cards, there's outdated supporters. Some of these decks that I found were like, they had outdated stuff, like it wasn't even using N. That's how bad they were. So I kind of updated some of them to make them more standardized, because I didn't want to use like a really bad deck that's outdated. So the first one for Mega Ray, the most recent list, is the Mega Ray Mallow decks. These are the ones right now that are making the most boom for Mega Ray. Probably the best Mega Ray list right now is the Mega Ray Mallow lists. Very simple. You use Mallow, you can get 2 cards from there, and then you can do Unknown's Farewell Letter to draw into them. You can use a Rangaroo, you can use Shaymin draw into them. It's a very, very deadly combo, and it's proved that Mega Ray has a lot of potential. This deck also has a good matchup against Garbodor. These Mega Ray lists with Mallow have used Latios for fast raid in them, which is a great way to donk stuff, or just put some early pressure on. So Mega Ray is very good with Mallow, and again, you already know these Mega Ray lists, how they work. You use your Mega Rayquaza, use it with Skyfield, you want to fill up your entire bench with Pokemon, and then you use Emerald Break, which you can do 30 damage times number of your bench Pokemon, so you could do like a ton of damage with Emerald Break. That's kind of the census and idea of Emerald Break, and it's made Mega Ray very, very powerful. And it's easy to build up since it's a colorless Pokemon, so you can use DCEs, and you can use Mega Turbos with basic energy to build it up super quick. You can even attack on your very first turn if you're going second because of its Ancient Trait, which rip Ancient Trait Pokemon, they're all leaving. You may play this Pokemon to evolve. You can still use this Pokemon when you evolve it. So usually when you Mega Evolve, sometimes your turn ends. But you can do this the same turn you put Rayquaza down, which is very awesome. So Mega Rayquaza is super deadly, and it's very, very powerful. The best list right now is your Mega Ray Mallow list, but we got some other Mega Ray lists that were used. Obviously, we're going through different Mega Ray variants. The next one we can look at is going to be the Rayquaza Jolteon list. This was probably the most popular one last year. I remember I did a mirror match Monday with Outcast. There's a little series we had going on where we'd use like the same decks and we battle each other with them, same list, same everything. And Rayquaza Jolteon was one of those videos, and this was probably one of the most popular Ray lists at the time. It used Jolteon with Flash Ray. It had good things going for it. Flash Ray would make Jolteon invincible and make it very easy to just be invincible. You'd also have your free retreat, which was very relevant. You know, sometimes you'd want to start with Jolteon because its retreats are free. You had like Zoroark in the deck. This was the list that I got from the mirror match Monday. I kind of just modified it, updated it to be more standardized with Tapu Lele and stuff like that. But the list did play 1/1 Zoroark. Zoroark goes very nice with Skyfield. Sometimes when Skyfield's in play, your opponent can see the benefits of that, so they'll try and fill up their bench too, and then you use Mind Jack to punish them. But you'd also have Stand-In, which get you out of special conditions. and Mega Ray still being your main attacker, but again, the Jolteon was always there for backup, so Rayquaza Jolteon was another very, very powerful and popular Rayquaza list at the time, and it of course was one of the decks that we are going to look at here in this video. We're going to get a game with each deck, the Rayquaza Jolteon one, the other Rayquaza one that I'm going to show you guys, and then of course Rayquaza-Mallow, and maybe as a treat, I'll do another Rayquaza list. I know Rayquaza-Manaphy Glaceon saw some play too. I might include that, I don't know, we'll see. But this is your Mega Ray Jolteon list. I've updated it a little bit, but this was kind of what the list used. It had like 1 N in it, 3 Sikas, you know, usually had all your stuff. It didn't have Tapu Lele or Dragonite, because at the time it was not as, you know, like this, but it was, and this was the Rayquaza Jolteon list, and that's how it worked. And the other one that we can take a look at here, folks, is going to be Rayquaza-Magearna. This was the other Rayquaza list. This one saw play when people didn't really know which list for Rayquaza was the greatest, so people went with the Metal Rayquaza, kind of designed off of like the Mega Audino deck, because Mega Audino was Metal Audino when it won Worlds, so I guess players adapted that style. But Magearna was really good for these Rayquaza lists, because Magearna had this really, really good ability to be, you know, really good with Mystic Heart, and I really like it. Soul Blaster is good too. There wasn't really anything you'd hit for weakness other than like Mega Guardies, which I guess was relevant. But you usually use it for Mystic Heart. You had Jirachi in the deck with Stardust. I think I looked up some lists when I was doing research for this video. Some lists play this other Magearna. I don't own one, but it's this one here with the Prismatic Wave, which, you know, at the time Rainbow Road was a very good deck, so players would run like one Magearna in here with Prismatic Wave, which would poop on Rainbow Road. Even though you'd already hit him for weakness with Magearna, they'd still use the Prismatic Wave one. So some lists played that. Some lists may even run like Cobalion in them too. But this was your Rayquaza-Magearna list, another one we're going to be looking at. I actually got a really good game with this against like a deck that uses Paralysis, and I showed off how good Magearna can be in those Paralysis like situations. But yeah, this deck is pretty good too. It was one of the more popular Rayquaza lists, mainly throughout like December. This is 2016, like December, October, November is like what players were adapting with Mega Ray. So those, I think, were the 3 big Rayquaza lists. You had other Rayquaza decks too. You had like, you know, you had your Rayquaza Altaria list back when Rayquaza first came out. You had Rayquaza, like Winona Altaria. You had like Rayquaza with Jolteon and Manaphy, which I might do too. You had this other one here. This one wasn't as popular. But it was like Rayquaza with like Seismitoad and Hex Maniac. This is another one I might include. It is going to be an expanded deck because this deck is outdated. Again, it's not as dated. Like, it has like Sacred Ash in it and stuff like that, and like AZ. It's an outdated deck. It's obviously for expanded. But before last format, before like the rotation happened, this was another popular Rayquaza list that used like Rayquaza with like Hex Maniacs in them to slow down your opponent. It had like one Seismitoad in the deck for Quaking Punch. It had Unknowns in the deck. It was a really cool Rayquaza archetype, so I might make a video, or not might make a video, but I might include this deck in the video. It's just like a bonus Rayquaza list. There's a lot of Rayquaza lists, but I think the 3 big ones are the Mallow one, the Rayquaza Jolteon one, and then the Rayquaza-Magearna one. I don't think I have a Rayquaza list for the Glaceon one. Do I? Here, let me look this up. I'm gonna see if I have. I don't think that I have the Rayquaza one for the Glaceon and Manaphy, because I'm pretty sure that was also one of the lists. I can't find it. I don't think I have it anymore. But yeah, as you can see here, there's the Mirror Match Monday deck. I kind of edited the deck a bit and kind of like transformed it to be more standard. But yeah, your Rayquaza Jolteon decks. Mega Ray Raichu wasn't really a Rayquaza list that took off. But it was one of those ones that was like, yeah, you can use Raichu with Rayquaza. It combos pretty nicely. But there was Rayquaza Glaceon Manaphy, which is another Rayquaza list that I might showcase because the deck did find some success. I even made a video on it a while back. So there you go. Those are the Rayquaza decks we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at Ray Jolteon, Ray Magearna, and Mallow Rayquaza. And maybe as a bonus, I'll include Ray with like the Hex Maniac and the Toad. I'd have to play Expanded though, which is a little different than Standard right now. But yeah, let's go find the matches with these decks. I'll show you guys the history of Mega Rayquaza. Let's get into it. Alright guys, let's go find a game here. We're going to start things off with the Rayquaza Jolteon deck, because it technically is the older of the decks, since it was kind of big before like Magearna came out. So we might as well start with that. We'll go oldest to newest, and we will end with Mallow Rayquaza. So why not? We are playing against the Ultimate End here. It's actually kind of a cool name. Alright, so we are going to get a Tapu Lele start. However, our hand is actually super good just because we have a lot to do with it. I really like this hand. I'll take it. Okay, so my opponent is playing a water deck. Could be a water toolbox deck. Could be a Alola Ninetales. I mean, either one I'm fine with because we can one-shot them easily. Ninetales isn't really a big deal. And they don't play Sudowoodo either because I saw they just had water type. So they definitely don't play like Sudowoodo in the deck. So don't have to worry about that getting in the way, which is good. But, you know, obviously, we might get a game or two where we win on, like, the first turn, just because that's how Mega Ray works, right? Mega Rayquaza is a speed deck. It's all about, oh my god, and the top deck was a Mega Turbo. Jeez. Alright, so it is a water box deck. Now, Glaceon may seem scary because it stops Mega Ray, but then we have Jolteon, we have Tapu Lele, it's not a big deal. It looks like he's playing aggressive and he's going straight for the Lapras, but we are probably going to knock out Lap and the Skyfield. Honestly, I don't even think that top deck could have been any worse, if I'm being honest with you. I honestly don't know what my opponent can do, Kappa. Alright, so we'll grab Hoopa here. I mean, we're probably not going to be able to use Jolteon this game, depending on how things go, because Lele is probably a better way to deal with Glaceon, to be honest with you, but it's what it is. So we'll grab Rayquaza, Mega Ray, and Shaymin. But here, hopefully we can get a good turn 1 start where we knock out Lapras here, because I want to show you guys how fast Mega Ray is. Like, Mega Ray wasn't one of those decks that, you know, took a few turns like Darkrai or something, like, or like Mega Gardevoir from Primal Clash. It's a deck that aimed to do stuff like this in the first turn, where they put so much pressure on you that even a 190 HP basic Pokemon that's probably gonna, you know, do 160 damage to me next turn is probably gonna get knocked out. That's how crazy this deck is. Like, Mega Ray is nothing to mess with. So we'll do Sycamore. And alright, we're good. I was kind of worried for a sec that we wouldn't actually be able to get enough Pokemon to knock out Lapras, but we are good. Pardon me. We just get Hoopa here, fill up our entire bench. And I mean, even if he bumps my Skyfield, we still Glaceon, we still do 150 to it, so it's not like we're tickling it. We'll probably just grab Dragonite, Shaymin, and Rayquaza. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't think I'm going to put those things down. I don't want to. We're going to knock him out. We don't need a full bench. I'm just going to hold on to Dragonite and Shaymin just in case he, like, gets rid of his Skyfield or something. So we'll knock out Lapras here, and you can see how strong Mega Ray is. Even though this was not really the most eventful game in the world, it just shows you guys how good Mega Ray was. There's a reason why Mega Ray used to be one of those decks that everybody loved using. You know, it's still good today, but you can see Mega Ray just stomps on people. Look at that. In 2 turns, we just beat a water box deck. Like, usually water box, you know, gets a lot of speed with Max Elixirs and Aqua Patch, but we just ran it over completely. And that's showing you guys the strength of Mega Ray. This is what Mega Ray used to be. And now we're not even going to have to worry about this Mega Ray anymore, which is kind of interesting. But I'll see you guys in another game with our Mega Ray deck. Whoops, I just clicked the game. Okay, guys, let's go get another game with the Rayquaza-Magearna deck. We're going Jolteon-Magearna because the Jolteon version was big before Steam Siege came out, and then we got Steam Siege, and then we got my boy Magearna. So now we're going to look at the Magearna version. I mean, the Magearna version was never, like, super popular, but at the time of, like, rotation, a lot of people were just talking about the Metal Rayquaza just because of the fact that Mega Audino won Worlds, that played Metals, so everyone's like, alright, Metal would go good with Magearna. And I'm playing against Matt 3. I swear I was playing against this guy last night. I swear I was playing Expanded. And I swear I played against this guy before. His name seems so familiar. Alright, so see what we get, and wow, okay. Not the greatest hand in the world. Unlike last game where we got like the most insane opening we've ever had with Mega Ray. We got a pretty bad hand. Pretty dead actually. My opponent opens with a Tropius, though. Okay, so I don't really know what's going on there. We get Ray. Okay, you know what? I think I'm just gonna Mega Evolve. Screw it. I mean, it's a Tropius. What's the worst that can happen? You know what I mean? I have no clue what this guy's playing, though. Tropius with Dark Energy. Is he gonna put another Pokemon down? Or are we just gonna try and win? Alright, it looks like he's just not gonna do anything. Alright, fine by me. If this game ends like on this turn or something, I'll definitely find another match with this deck, because this barely even is a game. So we'll go Shaymin here. We just need to find like a Float Stone and like a few Pokemon to knock out Tropius. Okay, I was not really expecting to get a hand like that. Alright, let's see what we get here off this Sycamore. Okay, so we're not going to be able to knock out the Tropius this turn. But we can do this and just pass, I guess. That's fine. Doesn't matter. So we're down a puzzle. I mean, he could play Zoroark, and then he could Zoroark me and then do some big damage. But again, I have no idea what he's playing. If he's just putting a Tor, he's not even doing anything. Well, okay, it looks like this game is going to be wrapped up in just a sec here. But we'll definitely get another match with this deck, 'cause again, this barely even was a game. We aren't, like, this game sucks. We aren't even showing off how powerful the deck can be and how speedy it can be. Wow, we are just not getting lucky today with our whiffs. We're just whiffing. We're whiffing float here. We just need either an energy or a float stone to actually just win the game. Can we get it, please? Just get this game over with so we can find a game where it's like an actual, like, real match where we can showcase. Alright, there we go. That's a little better. Didn't mean to put Ray down. I actually meant to press float stone. Kappa. And we will just win the game here. I mean, not really an eventful match at all. Barely even was a game. But it's all good. We're going to knock him out here with Rayquaza. I think we'll find another match. Obviously, that wasn't really much of a match, to be honest. What was he playing? Okay, I guess it was like an anti-meta deck? I don't know. I don't know, but that name seems familiar. I swear, like, when I ran into that guy, I thought he was like a fan or something at first. Like, okay, I don't know, like, that guy's name seems so familiar that I swear I've ran into him and expanded. And I swear we were, like, communicating, because he was like a fan. He said hello, and then I said hello, and heart, like, swear, I don't know. I think it was him, because I was playing against him. Well, the time you're recording this, it was Wednesday night. I was playing against him. I had to have been. Gotta be the same person. So we're gonna lose the coin flip here, unfortunately. That kind of sucks. Okay, don't mind the noises outside. There's like all this construction. I can't really do anything about it. I can't really do anything about the construction because, I mean, you know, I can't just walk outside and be like, yo, stop doing construction. But we actually get a pretty bad hand once again. So it looks like we're not really going to be able to go off here. Now, one cool thing is Greninja uses Froakie and stuff like that. Now, one thing I am scared of here, one thing that I am kind of scared of is Greninja Break. If he manages to, I don't know how many stadiums he plays. If he manages to run a stint on Skyfields, we could see a pretty scary play where he goes off with Greninja Break. Greninja Break is a kind of a scary threat, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Now, I am gonna grab the Magearna here. Magearna does have Mystic Heart, which, you know, actually could work against Bubble. So we'll see if that ever comes into effect. Because Bubble is actually a pretty big game-changing attack for Greninja. You'd be surprised how many times Bubble has saved people's lives. Sadly, we gotta dump this hand. I don't want to end him when he only has 4 cards. Wow, what a whiff. Alright. I think I'm just gonna keep... I mean, I could switch into Rayquaza. I probably should. I think I will. I mean, we have the Metal Energy on us, so... We have Mystic Heart. Even if he like does Hex Maniac and gets heads on Bubble, we can just Mega Evolve out of the paralysis. But it looks like he had the Frogadier in his hand. Hopefully, he has a few Frogs prize. That'd be great. And also, we can try and knock him out this turn. That's also important. It would suck if we had to use Rayquaza's like second attack here. Okay, so we'll put that down. I guess we'll put Skyfield down. Doesn't really matter. I guess. Nah, whatever. We'll put the Lele down, and I guess we will grab ourselves. We kind of have to do Sycamore, don't we? Yeah, we got it. Not really too keen on discarding another Skyfield, considering I don't really know what stadiums he plays. And we whiffed Rayquaza. Oh my god. Can we get it into play? We can't. We can, but we can at the same time because we don't have the Rayquaza Spirit Link in our hand to follow up. Okay, so we'll grab the Ultra Ball. I mean, we could grab Hoopa, actually. And then maybe, yeah, we can grab Hoopa and grab Shaymin too. Maybe that could work. Okay, we'll do that. I think I might grab the other puzzle. Just so it's in the hand. I mean, I don't really need to grab with any supporters. I'll grab Rescue Stretcher. You know, just in case he, I don't know. We'll grab the Rescue Stretcher, I think. If he does bump Skyfield. So we'll go Ultra Ball here. Get rid of the Metal Energy. And we'll get rid of Skyfield. I mean, I don't want to, but... I kind of want to keep everything else in my hand. Because if he does bump Skyfield, we can just Professor QQ full bench, knock out Greninja Break. So we'll just play this Rescue Stretcher, try and burn some cards. And we will drop down the Hoopa. We'll grab a Shaymin. We'll also grab a Mega Ray. Now, hopefully, guys, we can get a Rayquaza Spirit Link here. Because, you know, I'm not really looking to to Intensifying Burn, or whatever, Dragon Pulse, I think is what his second attack is. I don't want to do Dragon Pulse here on this Frogadier, so let's see what Shaymin gives me. We whiffed it. That is so annoying. Alright, looks like Dragon Pulse it is. Hopefully we don't lose anything important. 2 Rayquazas. Great. We just lost 2 Rayquazas. Well, that's unfortunate. And we just used our Rescue Stretcher too. Oh my god. Wow. I don't. Dragonite doesn't work, so it looks like we just lost those Rayquazas. That's a bit of a bummer. I'm just gonna put the DC on, I guess, Magearna, since well, the Rayquaza's in the discard pile. But whatever. I'll put it on. I don't know why I did that, but whatever. Okay. Oh, we do have. Okay, we have 2 Rest Stretchers. I'm an idiot. I forgot. So we'll put back the Rayquazas. Still no Spirit Link. But I mean, I could just VS Secret for Kyuki, but I want to keep it for Lysandre too. I really, like, I don't want to do Dragon's Pulse again, but this game's tempting me. But you know what, man? You know what? Let's just use the opportunity to Mega Evolve. Screw it. The Spirit Links just do not want to come to my hand for some reason, so I'm just gonna straight up use the opportunity to Mega Evolve. And yeah, he had nothing. So look at that. It paid off. Now I'm gonna put the DC on Magearna now, and I'm just gonna Lysandre. I'm just gonna pick off all these Frogadiers while I still can. Might as well, because it's better just to take out the Frogadiers before they become Greninjas. And we'll just Emerald Break the Frogadier. Bye-bye, Frogadier. And we'll knock it out. But yeah, now you can see the commanding position you can get in with Rayquaza. When you actually get things going, it's pretty unstoppable. And you can see why the Magearna could be good in here. Well, hopefully my opponent tries to use Bubble, so I can show off why the Magearna works pretty nicely in this deck. Because again, Bubble's one of those attacks that like actually is pretty big in Greninja. Like sometimes they'll bubble you, and like it actually makes a difference. I'm thinking actually just retreat into Magearna here. Should I do it? Nah. I'm thinking just retreat Magearna and go take a knockout just to show off Magearna, but I'm fine if he tries to bubble me. Ooh, that couldn't. Okay, that probably was the best prize we could have gotten. So now we have another Lysandre knock out that last Frogadier, and we're gonna leave him stranded without any Frogadiers. Hopefully my opponent can get something going. I kind of want this game to kind of go on a little longer, but you know, if not, it is what it is. All right, there's a Greninja. We'll see. Is he? I mean, he's not gonna retreat to it. He's probably just gonna sacrifice Froakie here and try and build up Greninja Break. He's gonna do Space Beacon. I think he got rid of Choice Band, which is a bit of a weird play. Okay, so he's gonna grab Space Beacon. He's gonna bubble me, but again, we have Magearna in play, and it got heads. Now, see, if this got heads and I didn't have Magearna in play, that could have actually been big because then I wouldn't have been able to attack him, you know. And I'm thinking of going to Magearna here, but we wouldn't actually have been able to attack the Froakie. And it would have bought him a turn to probably get like a Greninja Break going and maybe like reset up. And that's one of the things that Magearna is good for. Like again, Bubble is one of those attacks in Greninja that's like pretty important for Greninja when it actually pays off. And you can see how good it is. Like Magearna can stop Espeon, it can stop Zorua, it can stop stuff, I don't know, like Salazzle if that's ever relevant. Actually no, it doesn't stop Salazzle. But you can see how relevant it is. Like the fact that he got Tails on Bubble just meant that we could just pick off the Greninja. Magearna came in clutch there. We showed off Magearna, I think, because technically Magearna gave us the win because he got Tails on the Bubble. Well, he didn't get Tails, but you get my point. But we will find another match here, and I think, guys, we will go with the Mallow deck. Alright, guys, here we go. We're going to go with the Mallow Mega Ray deck. The final one, the Mega Ray deck that is big currently right now. We'll see how good it does at Worlds. I don't know if it'll do good. I mean, Gardevoir is pretty big, and Gardevoir, I don't think it shuts down Rayquaza. So we might see Metal Ray become popular again, because just of how good Gardevoir is. But we are going to win the coin flip. Another water deck. We'll see if it's going to be a water toolbox deck or not. And okay, so we got a bit of a weird hand. Not a bad hand by any means, but a bit of a weird hand. Like, we have 2 Ultra Balls and 2 Psychics. Okay, it's Greninja. Another Greninja deck. It looks like everyone's just playing Greninja today, which I don't really mind. It's fine. If the game goes like it did last game. We don't have Magearna though, so we don't have that option to be able to shut down the bubble plays. And ooh, wow. Okay, I'll take that. That was a good top deck up. Maybe, yeah, that's fine. That seems good by me. Now, I'm going to Professor Kyuki in this deck. I was thinking like we could Lele Professor Kyuki. I mean, we could win the game. We could have won the game there. We could have Lele Kyuki Latios. and not get rid of any energy. But we don't have Kukui in the deck, so there's really no point. I think I'm just going to grab Mega Ray here. Might as well. Luckily, we did get the Spirit Link, so we are able to get Mega Rayquaza down on our very first turn, which is super good. I'm going to Float Stone the Unknown, just trying to dump some cards out of my hand here so I don't draw into them. It's going to do Lele. Actually, grab Mallow. Screw it. Let's do Mallow and then Shaymin. Let's do it. Might as well. Show off the Mallow in the deck. We'll show you guys why Mallow is really good here. Usually they'll Unknown Mallow, but we're going to Mallow with the Rayquaza. I think I'm just going to get DCE and Mega Turbo. My opponent's surprised. Oh no. He's like, what's going on? Are you about to actually do this? Well, I am, good sir. And yeah, this is why Mallow works well with Mega Ray, because just like that, we're able to set, oh wow, got a DC anyways. But yeah, you can see why the Mallow's good in this deck, because just like that, we get Shaymin for Mallow, Unknown for Mallow, and yeah, just like that, we put on a lot of pressure with Rayquaza. I think I'm just going to let Unknown stay in the active. If he bubbles me, gets heads on like Rayquaza, then we wouldn't attack him. And I don't really want to be in a position like that. I'd rather just let the Unknown sit. We have 3 Float Stones in the deck anyway, so I don't know if he does like Field Blower. We have one in our hand too, plus we got another one in the deck, so we're okay. So we see the Unknown will get heads. It does, alright. Now you can see why Bubble is important, because now just like that, my opponent basically has a free turn to try and set up, because we have no way to get out of that. We don't play any Olympias or Switches or Escape Ropes, so now my opponent has like a free Unknown here. Or no, not a free Unknown, like a free turn to kind of do what he needs. Like this is why the Bubble is so good in Greninja, but you saw in that one game, didn't matter. I'm just gonna grab a Rangaroo here. Since we can actually draw quite a few cards, I'll attach to Lele. I'll float the Hoopa, yeah, and we'll do an Instruct for 3. Might as well. I don't really mind dumping the hand. And, ooh. Alright. Sycamore. I kind of wish I kept that Spirit Link, though. That's fine. Alright. Not really anything good there, but that's fine. I was hoping for, like, Skyfield and another Rayquaza. I really want to get another Rayquaza into play here. But there is the Frogadier. If you didn't get heads on Bubble, that would not have happened. But you can see how important Bubble is in the Greninja. We're already short 2 via Seekers 2, though. Holy cow. That's a little annoying, especially since last game, Lysandre was so important. But now we can go off with Rayquaza. We do get a Skyfield top deck, which is good. So we can put that down. We can drop Unknown. We can do Mallow here again. I'm definitely going to grab a Rayquaza here. We do need to get a second Rayquaza going. So we'll get Ray, and we will get well, we already have Rayquaza. We have Mega Turbo, because we have the other Psychic. Yeah, that seems fine. Seems fine. We'll drop down Shaymin once again. I'm not going to play the Unknowns, even though we kind of overkilling this Frogadier, but I'm still not going to play Unknown. We'll drop the Rayquaza, we'll Spirit Link it, we will Mega Ray, and then we will Mega Turbo it. Yeah, boy, we'll go Mega Turbo on the Rayquaza, and we will DCE it. I mean, some Greninja decks play Enhanced Hammer, but it's whatever. We already have the other Rayquaza ready to go anyway, so we'll go Instruct for 2. Alright, not bad actually, especially if he wants my Skyfield. So we'll take out this Frogadier for 240 damage, and I mean, if my opponent can't get rid of the Stadium, it's kind of going to be, like, over. We got another Mallow, so we can do Unknown Mallow if we want, which I'm probably going to do. The only issue is we are basically almost out of VS Seekers. We only have 1 left in the deck. I don't know if it's prized or not, so this could be an issue if we ever needed Lysandre, or, like, we desperately need to end him to a low hand size, so that's something to keep in mind here. But you know, we're sitting pretty right now. We have 2 Rays built up. We have a full bench. We have a Lele that could attack. Lele's not going to do much damage. I mean, it's the only other decent attacker. Dragonite's okay, I guess, too, because it can one-shot baby Greninja before it becomes Greninja Break. Shadow Stitching. Interesting call for my opponent. Okay. I'm cool with that. I'm just going to do Mallow anyways, just to play it. Just going to put Skyfield Lysandre on top, just in case he bumps my Skyfield and gets a Greninja Breakdown. And I'll put the Lysandre on top, just so we have a Lysandre ready to go later. But I grabbed the Skyfield because he's probably going to get a Greninja Breakdown here. So what I really want to do is, you know, make sure I have another knockout on Greninja Break. We've got another Psychic, so if we ever need to, we can use Tapu here, which I might end up doing down the road. We'll see. I mean, Mega Ray's got a lot of HP. Greninja Break still takes a few turns to take it out. So, yep, there's Greninja Break. So now the party is rolling. Now, I mean, like, unlike, oh, wow, the end. It's kind of brutal. But yeah, you can see, unlike last game where my opponent was not able to get a Greninja Break going, this game my opponent is able to get the full party of Greninja going, and it is pretty terrifying. Especially since, if we can't take this out, even though we probably are, because if he doesn't bump the Skyfield, we should be good. Either way, we can probably draw into another Sky Field anyway, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, any other day, if we can't one-shot Greninja Break gets terrifying. Like, Lele can't do much damage to it, Espeon GX can't do much damage to it, Yveltal, Lugia, they can't do much damage to this Greninja Break. That's what makes Greninja so scary. But when you're playing a deck like Mega Ray, where, you know, you can just one-shot it for like 240 damage, it's not really a scary deck, but it still is a little terrifying. Especially when they change Giant Water Shurikens, that can actually be huge. Like, Greninja, stop cosplaying Genji. Please, stop cosplaying Genji. Stop it. So Dive Ball, yes, my point. Ooh, Glaceon. Okay, so my point is by Glaceon. I'm not really worried about that because we have Lele to deal with Glaceon. So Glaceon is not really even a problem. He does play Vulpix, so he might play a Alola Ninetales though. And if he ever kind of bumps on my Sky Field, maybe a Alola Ninetales could become a bit of an issue. Probably, we'll see. We see the Moonlight Slash. Our Rayquaza is going to go down. It's only got 40 HP, so one more Giant Water Shuriken and it is over. So I think I'm going to retreat here into the Rayquaza. And, the reason I'm doing this, I don't want him to Giant Water Shuriken the active, and then I'm forced to break something up. I think I'm just going to retreat and let him Giant Water Shuriken the bench Rayquaza. So we'll take him out here for 240. A little overkill, but it's all good. We got a Lysandre too. He might bring out the Vulpix, buy some time, and I think I'll just Lysandre the Greninja out and knock it out. Seems good. Another Froakie going down for my opponent. My opponent's building more Greninjas up. He's putting a water on Glaceon, so he's definitely going to go into Vulpix here, which is fine. Oh, end of 3. Oh, there goes the Lysandre play. That kind of sucks. Alright, let's see. Do we find the Lysandre back, though? We don't, but we do have Shaymin, though, with Unknown and Dragonite, so that's actually not too bad, actually. We might be able to draw a few cards here. Probably gonna drop Shaymin straight away so I can try and get the thing. Rescue Stretcher. Okay, he had the Greninja Break ready. He probably could have knocked out Rayquaza. I don't know why he didn't go Rescue Stretcher for a single Greninja. And he had Professor's Letter. I don't know why he didn't do that. That would have been the best play he could have done. But, you know, whatever. I guess he wants to buy time. He probably doesn't expect me to do Lysandre if I can find it or not. I mean, even if I knock out this Vulpix, all we have to do is knock out Glaceon with Lysandre and we win the game. So, I mean, we're still going to put ourselves in, like, a really good position regardless. So, you know, I'm fine with that. So, we'll go Unknown here. We'll go Farewell Letter. And, alright, let's see what we get. Okay, Latios. Alright, we kind of had to do that to free up bench space. We're going to draw 2. Can we find the Lysandre within our deck 2? And we do. Nice. Choice Band 2. I think I'm going to put that on Tapu Lele just in case Glaceon actually does become a threat. I mean, he could play a DCE, he could DC the Glaceon, and then, you know, we're going to get locked up. So, yeah, we're going to Lysandre out that Greninja. He's probably going to get a Greninja in play, but not a Greninja Break into play, because he has a Frogadier sitting on his bench. But yeah, we'll Emerald Break the Greninja here, we'll take it out, we'll take our prize. We got an Unknown, not too bad. More basics, the better, to be honest. Okay, unless the ends made it 2, maybe it's not so good, but we're okay. We're basically end-proof now with a Rangaroo in play. He bumps the Skyfield to get rid of Hoopa, Shaymin. We'll get rid of the Shaymin and the Hoopa. So we see a Dive Ball grabbing Frogadier. Okay, I mean, he can keep the Greninja army going, but all we need to do now is just find the last via Seeker or that last Lysandre. We win the game, so we just gotta knock out Glaceon-EX and it's over. Greninja still can be kind of threatening to Rayquaza if they can, you know, get a good enough setup with Bubble Stall and whatnot. But we're kind of proving that, like, Rayquaza can run over the Greninja. You can see why the Mallow list is so good. Mallow came in clutch. It allowed us to get a lot of cool, like, plays off. We were able to, like, Mallow for the 2 cards that we needed in order to get, you know, Rayquaza going and stuff like that. Alright, so we'll Farewell Letter. We've got a few Farewell Letters in the book here. If it's gonna let me do the Farewell Letter. Hopefully I don't get disconnected. That'd be bad, because, like, dude, we're winning. Rip the win streak if we get disconnected, dude. I don't want to lose it. Come on. Yes, okay, Farewell Letter hits. We'll see what we draw here. Ultra Ball. Okay, wait. I just realized something. The sleeves of my deck disappeared. What? Okay, Pokemon, please. Do we grab Unknown, or do we grab Shaymin? We have 2 odds there, so... whatever, we'll grab Unknown. Doesn't really matter. We'll go Farewell Letter. If we had another bench spot, we could Dragonite 2 for 2 Unknowns. Energy, okay, we'll put that on Tapu Lele. We can even do Tapu Lele this turn if we want, just to heal us up. Farewell Letter again. Not what I needed. I'm just gonna... I'll lend him to 2. I don't really care. I mean, he gets rid of the stuff he grabbed with Beacon, plus we can maybe draw into With the Seeker, no, we got Shaymin. Alright, we'll save Shaymin for next turn. He could do Shadow Stitching, but, you know, I'm willing to risk it. Willing to risk it. I said willing to whisk it. Rescue Stretcher. Okay, we can grab Unknown, I guess. I don't know. We'll keep that for next turn. Next turn, we can probably find Lysandre. We don't even need it, because all we need to do is take one more prize, we win the game. So I don't even know why I'm going off on this tangent. Doesn't even matter at this point, unless, like, I don't know, he, like... Unless he Glaceons me, then yeah, we're kind of going to have to. But the game should be wrapped up. Oh, rough seas. Ooh. It doesn't really matter at this point, because we already have a good enough board position anyways, thanks to being able to do 150, which one-shots the Greninja. Ooh, Lysandre. Alright, so my opponent will actually be able to take a prize here on Rayquaza. This actually fills up bench space, which is kind of funny, but that's fine. Now all we need to do is find the Lysandre to win the game. If not, we can probably just attack with Tapu Lele, you know, I'm fine with that too. I think Lele knocks him out. I don't even know. I'm going to try and take a knockout with Rayquaza, though. This is the Rayquaza show, after all. We'll do Shaymin. I should have done Rescue Stretcher, but we'll go Shaymin for 4. All we need to do is find Seeker, Lysandre. We found both, and that wraps up the game. All we have to do is this. And I'm just going to Rescue Stretcher for 1 card, just in case. Like, if the math is wrong, guys, this could be bad. So grab Shaymin. Doesn't I know I'm so rolling, blah, 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 but I could, you know, I could get the math wrong here, right? So we'll bring up the Greninja, and we'll just put one more Pokemon on our bench. And yeah, just like that, it is game against the Greninja deck. A matchup that could be kind of threatening depending on how good my opponent can get their board set up, and depending on if we can get the speedy enough Rayquaza. But that wraps up the games in today's video. We were able to show off the deck pretty nicely, I think. You can see each version of Rayquaza in their respective roles. There's also like Metal Rayquaza, Rayquaza Manaphy Glaceon that were good, Rayquaza's 2. I mean, Rayquaza's always been good, and you can see why. But yeah, that'll wrap up the video. We showed off the 3 Mega Ray lists pretty nicely. We even got Talonflame off of the wheel. Like, hey, why they gave us a ladder with Talonflame and teammates? It's like that's such a troll. That is the biggest troll I've ever seen. I don't know why they would do that. All right, so we showed off the Rayquaza Jolteon deck. We were able to show off how deadly it can be on the first turn, like that first game against Lapras Glaceon. That just shows you how good Rayquaza is and how speedy it is. And we're not going to have that anymore, which is kind of interesting. And we showed Rayquaza-Magearna. We showed why Magearna can be pretty clutch against something like Greninja, where they try and bubble stall you to set up. And we showed off Mallow Mega Ray. We showed off where the Mallow can come in handy. We showed the Mallow and how it saved, you know, kind of helped us, gave us the Rayquaza play we needed. Okay, here we go, guys. I decided let's do a game with the Mega Ray Hex deck, because some of the games were kind of short that I got anyway, so like, why not? We're going to do one more game, and I am going to use this Rayquaza Hex deck. It is in the expanded format. It's not in standard, so gotta keep that in mind. But you know what? This deck was made for X and Y on at the time. So there you go. We do win the coin flip too, which is pretty good. I'm definitely playing against Volcanion. The typing and the coin in the deck box clearly confirm it. I'm fine with Volk though. We do have Seismitoad in the deck, which maybe we can show off against Volcanion. We can show you guys why Quaking Punch is really good. We'll see. It looks like we do get an Unknown start, which isn't the greatest, but that's fine. I'd rather start with Unknown than like Rayquaza, because I don't want Rayquaza to take damage, obviously. So I think I'll start with Unknown. It's not a big deal. Our hand is okay here. We can definitely do some stuff. Okay, so it is definitely Volcanion, but we can do some stuff here with this hand, which is pretty nice. I'm trying to think of what to get rid of. I don't want to lose the Rayquaza. I can try and do Trainer's Mail and hope to hit thing, but it looks like my opponent is a fan. So hello, and can we get Rayquaza Spirit Link? Ooh, we do. Okay, good. Alright, nice. So we are going to be able to get a Mega Ray down. This is kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to hope to try to get a Mail or a Spirit Link off the Trainer's Mail. We're gonna have to, actually no, we can Farewell Letter. Or we draw, I'll probably just end up discarding. Okay, that's fine. So I want to keep the Float Stone for, you know, Unknown so we can actually retreat. So we can grab Hoopa here. So we got a pretty good turn 1. We were able to get a Rayquaza down. Everything is looking good. We've only lost like 1 card. And again, guys, I don't know if you can hear the construction outside, but you gotta mind it, man. I can't do anything about it. Hopefully the construction people are gone by the time Burning Shadows comes out, because I'm planning on maybe streaming and stuff like that. Yeah, I know I haven't streamed in like over like maybe a month now, but it's just nothing to live stream. Like, honestly, I don't like. Also, I'm waking up super late anyway, so it's like I don't have the best time to live stream. So we're gonna draw 6 cards here, and okay. 2 DCEs. We actually kind of have a dead end here. We're gonna have to probably burn this puzzle, which is fine. I mean, we only have 2 left, so I'll retreat to the Seismitoad. I could have kept the unknown active. Maybe I should have done that. It's fine. I need to draw into something. So I think we'll pass for now. Maybe, okay, maybe I should have done puzzle. But if we do have a support on the top of the deck, we can puzzle and unknown, so it's not like it really made a difference. My opponent will go for Nest Ball here. Getting more Volks in play. I don't think they're going to be able to knock us out, and we'll see if they can retreat. Obviously, they get access to items here. You know, maybe I should have just went straight for the Seismitoad and just promoted it. That's fine. We'll see. We'll put some pressure on my opponent and say, look, if you don't have a way to deal with this Toad, you're going to be under item lock. I'm feeling okay about this matchup, though. Mega Ray can do a lot of damage. We can, you know, take out Volks pretty easily. Volcanion struggles to one-shot Rayquaza anyways. It's going to need a lot of things to be able to pull it off, which is good. Plus Seismitoad gets some weakness on the board. It's only doing 60. We don't have Choice Band in the deck. We don't even have Muscle Band, so we're not going to be like doing insane damage, but it's damage. My opponent actually just puts a float on and doesn't do anything else, which is kind of interesting. We do get a Trainer's Mail though, which is good. Battle Comp, which works too because we have the Secret in our hand. We actually use this Mega Turbo with that, which is pretty awesome. So I think we'll get rid of Sycamore, Hex Maniac, and Water Energy. Seems good. Hex Maniac's good in this matchup too, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten rid of that, but we'll get 2-shot anyways. It's not like it's a big deal. And oh wow, 2 puzzles right off the top of the deck. So it looks like we're gonna try and do our puzzles at times. I really wish we had a Skyfield so I could put this Rayquaza down, because this deck doesn't play Dragonite or Rescue Stretcher or anything. It plays Sacred Ash because it's really outdated. Again, this is like an outdated list with outdated cards. But that's, you know, just the nature of it. Okay, not really the greatest thing. We do have double puzzle, which is really nothing to grab. So I think we'll just go Quaking Punch here for 60 damage. Not a whole lot, but down my opponent's item box. So they lose access to Ultra Ball, VS Seeker, Trainer's Mail, Nest Ball, Max Elixir. All that is gone, which is really going to hurt, and my opponent concedes. Alright, well, cool. We got a nice win, and I'm going to do another game, though, with the deck. I feel like that game was kind of not really the best game. It was really short. I know Mega Ray is one of those decks that you're gonna get short games with, but you know, for the sake of having this video not be a super short video, I mean, this can probably be my last Mega Ray video, maybe in forever. I don't know if I'll make another Mega Rayquaza video and expand it, unless they like make a new Mega Rayquaza card. So it'll be like my last Mega Ray video in a while. So I kind of want to like make this long. I'm not gonna make it an hour long, or maybe I don't even know this is gonna be an hour long. You know what? We gotta pay homage to my boy Mega Ray. Mega Ray's been here since day 1 in the format, so we gotta do it. No, another Volcanion deck. All right, look at that. Look at that. We're playing against double Volk, which I'm not gonna complain about. I think Volcanion is one of your better matchups because you can one-shot them with Rayquaza, and most Volklists do play Skyfield also, so you don't even have to bump it. Plus, you have Seismitoad, so that's good. We're gonna get a bit of a mully here. So let's see here. What do we get? Alright, I mean, I've seen worse. I'm gonna have to probably end him here. It looks like we're playing against a Ninetales deck. Don't know how I feel about that, because Ninetales can do big damage to Rayquaza, and then we only take 1 prize for knocking him out, and then he can take 2 prizes. I think Seismitoad is gonna be the Pokemon we're gonna go for here. Seismitoad will change this game completely. If we had like Muscle Band or Professor QT in the deck, it would be a little different. But we don't play them. So that's that. So we'll draw an extra card. Hopefully it's an Ultra Ball. It's not. Alright, I guess we'll Battle Comp again. I'm gonna have to end him here. It's really not gonna. I'm not planning on losing all these cards. Now we'll get rid of Sycamore just in case. Still VSCers and puzzles. Not really a big fan of losing these DCEs. So yeah, we're gonna end him here. And yeah, we're gonna go for Seismitoad, but I'm fine with that. We can show off the tech card. We showed up the Mega Ray already in the video, so we can show off the Toad. Hopefully, it looks like we are gonna get it. Okay, not a terrible hand. Okay, so we do have the unknown puzzle play, but first we'll Ultra Ball away puzzle and that, which yeah, whatever. Maybe I shouldn't have, but it's fine. We'll grab Hoopa here. If it lets me grab Hoopa, there we go. I wanted to keep Mega Turbo, because if we can hit Rayquaza Spirit, like we can get a free Mega Turbo play, which is kind of what I want. So we'll go Hoopa here, we'll grab Shaymin, Rayquaza, and Seismitoad. I'm probably just going to use Seismitoad for the majority of the game, because Seismitoad can do a lot of good damage to the Ninetales. We'll see how it goes. I'll do for a wall letter. Don't know why I did that. Fill up bench space? I don't know. That's a dumb play. We just drew an Ultra Ball. Okay, so we'll drop the Shaymin. I might end up just ending my turn because we're not really attacking, so. Okay. Alright, at least we have a Shaymin though, so I think I'll just Mega Evolve and pass. Not really any rush here to attack him. Next turn we can probably just go Shaymin, Ultra Ball, Mega. We can dump our entire hand, and then also we can hopefully get a DCE so we can attack with Seismitoad and do Quaking Punch and knock out this Vulpix, which is important because then it shuts down Ninetales. So we're in an okay spot. I mean, is what it is. My opponent's just gonna put a float on the Salazzle. Or the Salandit, sorry. Gotta get used to that, because Salazzle is gonna be an interesting Pokemon in Burning Shadows. And we see the Juniper. Another Vulpix, another Salandit, a Level Ball. My opponent is really just filling up their bench here, which is fine. As long as they can shut down their Vulpix, I think we're okay. He might play like a DCE to attack with Salazzle, we'll see though. And we see a Gnaw for 10, alright, sweet. Alright, we gotta hopefully find a DC this game. Or not this game, but this turn, because we're gonna need to attack with Seismitoad. I think if we Quaking Punch him, I think we're gonna be in a really good spot, because we knock out Vulpix. He can't play items, which is important. So, Ultra Ball away, Rayquaza and Ultra Ball, and we can do Sacred Ash, which works out perfectly, because then we get back the Rayquaza that we discarded, and we get back that other unknown. So we'll go here. I could, you know, maybe have retreated and then with Farewell or 2, and then Sacred Ash the unknown back, but I don't know. It hurts the odds to draw on DC. Hey, there it is. Alright, still really not a good hand. I think I'm fine with just Quaking Punching him. I want to hold on to Skyfield just for a minute, because I have a feeling he probably plays Verbank City Gym. I don't know how many he plays. He might play more than like 2 Verbanks, just because a deck like Ninetales could really use Verbank. So I think he might play more than 1 Verbank in his deck. So I'm actually just gonna go for Quaking Punch here. I'm gonna hold on to Skyfield in case we do see Verbank. So yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that for a sec. Might not be the best play, but, you know, whatever. And, you know, we can probably put the Water Energy on Seismitoad and then maybe threaten a Grenade Hammer KO if, like, the Ninetales becomes a threat. Okay, so Skyfield, we got a Shaymin top deck. It's good. So we'll put the Water Energy on Seismitoad. Could have held on to that in case he tried Lysandre stalling, but whatever. I guess we'll put Skyfield on, might as well. And we'll get rid of Rayquaza in a Mega Turbo. And we will grab ourselves another Rayquaza here. Why not? We keep the Skyfield in our hand, which is good, and we'll drop Shaymin here. Probably going to try and find, like, another Rayquaza, Spear Link, and the other Mega Ray in the deck. Let's see. Nope. Alright. We'll put Unknown down. Still no supporters either. I don't know what's going on. Alright, there we go. There's supporters. Well, actually, I'm going to put Lysandre on the top, and then I'm going to get Lysandre. We'll just use Lysandre on that Vulpix. We'll take out that little Vulpix on the bench. Again, if we deny him Ninetales, I'm pretty sure he's gonna, like, lose, because we're gonna win, obviously. So we'll just Lysandre the Vulpix here, and we'll just Quaking Punch it. Goodbye, Vulpix. If only Vulpix has 70 HP is probably what my opponent is thinking. But so there we go, we take him out, and there's a Floatstone. Alright, even better, because now if he tries to, like, Lysandre Hoopa or, like, Shaymin out, we can just retreat with Floatstone, and we'll be good. So he breaks out the Salandit. What else can he do? How do you really respond to the Seismitoad? You're getting hit for weakness, and you can't play items. Alright, there's Verbank, so I was right, he does play it. I'll just get rid of Hoopa and Shaymin, that's fine. I'd rather get rid of the Hoopa anyways at this point. So he retreats to Salandit, and he passes. Now, the only issue here is we're not actually going to knock out Salandit in one hit, which is kind of annoying. I'm just going to float the Seismitoad just so, like, if we ever really need to, like, retreat into Rayquaza, we have that option. So we'll do that. It might not be the greatest play, but I'm going to do it anyways. And wow, still no Rayquaza Spirit Link, right? Hopefully we can get one here so I can get another Rayquaza down. There we go. There we go. So we'll grab the Rayquaza Spirit Link and we'll put that onto my boy Rayquaza-EX. We'll put another Mega Ray down. And yeah, I think we just Quaking Punch him. We're not going to one-shot him like we are the Vulpix, but it's still good and it is still nice. I mean, my opponent, what do you do? What do you do to the Seismitoad? The best thing you can probably hope for is that I don't hit Lysandre. He is going to end me to 4, it looks like. We've short 1 Via Seeker. Hopefully we can draw into our 3 other Via Seekers here, so that we can start doing Lysandre again. Alright, there's a Via Seeker. So, Remoraid coming down, still no Vulpix, and it looks like he's just going to let me knock out the Salandit, which we'll do. We'll knock out Salandit here. Going down to 3 prizes. My opponent needs to do something. If he doesn't stop the Toad, it's probably going to be too late, because we're going to have a couple Mega Rayquazas built up, which he can't even one-shot, so at this point, can my opponent even win the game? He has to knock out Seismitoad in 1 turn, or like maybe Not even like Enhanced Hammer would work. Or like Team... Well, I can't do Enhanced Hammer, I'm not saying. A team like Flare Gun or something. Or like a Zoroark. Because we'll just retreat into Rayquaza and just Emerald Break him. And I mean, at this point, we're already up ahead in prizes. It might not even be possible for my opponent to even take enough prizes to win the game. Or, you know, because it's going to take a while to knock out Rayquaza. So he's going to retreat into Remoraid. And there's AZ. Cool, nice to see you. I'm just going to do Hex Maniac, and we'll knock out Remoraid, that's fine. Again, we're going to two-shot both this land and Remoraid, doesn't really matter what we attack for Quaking Punch. We'll Hex Maniac him though in case he like tries to like lay or like gets like artillery or something. And I'll put another Ray down just to not have it in my hand. And we will knock out the Remoraid. Now we're at the point where we just need 2 more prizes to win the game. I'm surprised my opponent is still playing. I'm genuinely surprised that my opponent has not conceded the game yet. I would have conceded the game. Don't know why they aren't, but I think this is showing off why the Toad was so good in this deck. You know, back when it was XY this Seismitoad Rayquaza deck was kind of the Rayquaza deck that some people used. It played like multiple Hex Maniacs that you can use to slow your opponent down. You had the Seismitoad with Quaking Punch. You can just see how good Quaking Punch is. Despite Seismitoad not really being as good anymore thanks to Vileplume and Trevenant, Quaking Punch still reigns supreme. And we basically can just win the game here. Next turn, because we just retreat into Rayquaza, which is awesome. So we basically have a win, unless my opponent can, like, I don't know, Field Blower. He actually drops a Stardust Jirachi. Oh god, oh. Alright, now that's actually not a big deal, because yeah, he's going to do Stardust. He's going to get rid of the DC. Now we lost Quaking Punch. Probably hoped he got that like a few turns earlier, but we can just retreat into Rayquaza. We can just Lysandre, Remoraid, or Sland it out, knock it out, so it's not a big deal. We do win the game here. My opponent did put up a decent enough fight, I guess. I mean, I'm surprised they stuck around so long as they did. I mean, maybe they were just hoping to hit the Jirachi at some point. But it looks like they did get it. We get some of that daily challenge done. Well, it's not a daily challenge, but it's one of those challenges. I don't know if I'm going to finish it. I mean, it's a lot to dedicate to get 2 packs of cards. We do have 5k coins, which is cool. Well, actually, I might just check the shop here and see how many... things I'm gonna get. But hopefully by next Thursday I'll be able to get like the 600 coins on the ladder. So I'm gonna go into the shop and I'm gonna see how many packs I can get. I'm surprised they stuck around so long. I mean, the Jirachi was a bit of a trump, but again, at that point we already had Lysandre, so it's not like we would have, you know, lost. So how many packs can I have? I'm pretty sure it's 25. Like, you know, it's pretty much. I think it's 25 because 50 and 25. It's gonna be 25. Yep. So we can buy 25 packs of Burning Shadows when it drops. Probably gonna be up. Maybe I'll probably peak at maybe 55-ish packs, depending on how many coins I'm gonna be able to get here. So I'll probably peak at that. It looks like, oh my god, the packs are good. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This will be the actual outro because the other, I decided the other game. So thanks for watching, guys. Mega Ray, rip in pieces. But yeah, leave a comment down below what Pokemon you want to see me do next. I'm probably gonna do Vespiquen, but you know, if you guys, you know, have any other through the standard format Pokemon that are going to be leaving in rotation, please let me know. So thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, Burning Shadows coming out very, very soon. Can't wait. And yeah, something to help me on the road to 2,000 subscribers. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on another PTCGO video. Have a good day. Peace.